Good morning, Earthlings. Good morning, everyone. It is Aaron here, aka AJ, aka Papa. It is December 12th, 2019, and I am back with another vlog to feast your eyes and glorious Vlogmas ears upon. Let us discuss the goodness of living. Let us discuss the many complexities of life. Let us express gratitude for those who bring us joy. Let us be grateful for the goodness that living brings. As we express gratitude, so shall it be. Today is the day, guys. Today I am back to work at the restaurant again, and I'm not looking forward to it. I work a double today, which means I will be in for lunch at 11:10, and I will not probably get finished until about 8 o'clock at night. But it is a blessing. Let's discuss blessings today, for I shall be able to pay my bills with some money, and that is really a remarkable thing. So yesterday, Zach and I started watching Night Flyers, and it's on Netflix. There's only one season of it. It's 10 episodes, based on a book written by the same guy who wrote Game of Thrones. And holy smokes, Zach and I powered through it and watched all 10 episodes. Each one is pretty close. It's about 45 minutes, and we watched it all in 2 days because it was precisely our type of show. Basically sci-fi horror, maybe like a little bit, maybe not horror, maybe suspense, but definitely sci-fi suspense on kind of leaning towards a horror realm. It was just so cool. It dealt with a lot of interdimensional things and a lot of deeply emotional things, and then there was also some good and gory moments, and it just really was fun to watch, and we watched it all. And when it was over, we kind of were like, what in the heck? I'm not still really sure exactly what the ending meant, but I think I get it, but I'm not sure that I get it. But now Zach and I both really want to read the book, so we're going to get our hands on that and take a look at that. But definitely, if you are into sci-fi and suspense with a little bit of action and a little gore in it, check out Night Flyers on Netflix. Highly recommend. In addition to watching Night Flyers, I got a lot accomplished yesterday in the way of creativity, and it's been a while since I put like a good amount of time into like doing creative things. I always will like throw little creative moments into my day throughout the day, but with me vlogging for Vlogmas, I really felt pushed to get some creative things finished to add to the Christmas tree and to do a little decorating in the house. And because of that, I really got my creative juices sort of like percolating, and it was a good vibe. I finished a good portion of a hat last night. I got my snowflakes finished or my stars finished for the tree. The tree's looking good, and I still have like maybe one more little project that I want to do to add to the tree. But other than that, I think I'm pretty much finished decorating for the Christmas portion of it, and I think I'm going to try to tackle figuring out a way to throw some Hanukkah stuff into the mix as well. So I had been feeling like my hands were tied because I couldn't find a menorah anywhere, but now I'm wondering if I can't figure out a way to make one, but I don't know how all that goes. So I need to do a little bit of research on like the materials that it's allowed to be made out of, these type of things. Traditionally, if I'm gonna do it, I want it to be somewhat traditional. If I can do that, I don't know how it's going to work, and maybe it won't be a matter of like making an actual menorah that I can light, but maybe just make one that symbolizes the lighting of the menorah. But we will do a little bit of research on that and see how I can potentially get something like that done. But yeah, for me, I know that it's so vastly important to be creative, and I believe that just human beings in general are creative by nature, and so it's counter to our nature to not do creative things on a daily basis. So even if you consider yourself not a creative person, I would try something creative on a daily basis and see where it lands you at, because I think that we when we're children, we all are creative, but then as we start to grow, we're taught that creativity is a waste of time, or it's not going to be lucrative, and therefore it's not of worth, And I think that as adults, once we allow ourselves to play a little bit, we find that we're actually way more creative and way more in tune with the creative realm than we thought we were. Food for thought. Think about it. Do something creative today. It's really, really worth it. This is something that I've been thinking about for a long time, is that I would like to help people become more creative. And for a while, when I was initially thinking about really digging into this whole YouTube thing, I was thinking that would be my focus, would be to be a self-help with helping people become more creative and fine-tune the art of being a creative individual. And I definitely have the tools to help people do that, but I just never really was able to nail down a format for something like that. And how would I put it across in a way that it was reachable for people and attainable for people? And I read a really fantastic book. It's by Julia Cameron. She was at one point in time married to James Cameron, the famous director, producer, or whatever. But anyway, she wrote a really good book called The Artist's Way. And if you haven't heard of it before, it's just really basically a self-help book that has, I think it's a 12-week program, maybe longer than that, don't quote me on that, but it's an actual program to help you unlock your creative potential. And her proponents is that kind of what I said before, we are naturally creative individuals, and if you think you're not a creative individual, it's not because you're not, it's because you're blocked. You're a blocked creative. And she proposes a systematic way of unblocking the creativity. And I've done the program twice. It may be time to do it again, but it's phenomenal. I highly recommend that too. For today is all about recommendation. Alright guys, it is time. I am here at work, and I've spent the past 15 minutes just sitting in my car watching YouTube videos, which is a lot of fun for me. It just kind of helps me decompress before I head in and get my day rolling. Just like any other double day, I'm not sure if I will, kind of do any more videoing today. Although I do know that I do have to go to the store afterwards, and I am going to be cooking some sort of dinner tonight, so maybe I'll get you guys some beautiful food footage, but we will see. Maybe not. I'm not going to promise, so just in case it doesn't happen, I'm going to say goodbye to you now. Okay, bye!